Hey, what's up, guys? WhirlXbow back here, and today we are going to be playing some Handbuff Pally. I don't think I've played this yet, this expansion. I don't exactly remember when the last time I played the deck was, but deck looks pretty fun. And as you can see, I'm currently missing a card. Bronze Dragonknight. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Dragonknight? I don't. Dragonknight is a Pokemon, so I'm gonna go with that. But we have to craft another copy of it, so let's just create that real quick. As you can see, it makes a tiny dent in our dust, so it also gets it closer to completing all the Tavern Times sets. So yeah, I got very confused. I have music playing in the background, and I thought that like this guy's ETB like voice line went on for like 30 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck? But hey. Anyways, with all that being said, how about we just skip the first game and let's see how it goes. Or I guess, yeah, I'll see y'all in the first game. All right, first game. I feel like we hardball all this, right? We're looking for the Handbuff cards. This is like the one card I feel like we could potentially keep is Runi. But like, looking for just like Grimestreet Outfitter. It's like just so good early in the game. Again, we might get. I'm. Allegedly, this list has hit legend. Allegedly. I currently have it here, right? And this is 72% win rate over 36 games to legend. I'm not going to take anything away from the guy who played the deck, but if you guys were wondering, Hearthstone decks, this is a wild deck, and allegedly it hit that, and if I go back one page, can you go back? I just clicked this Handbuff. So this is 2025, February 1st. And allegedly it hit. So hopefully we can replicate even a small amount of that. What does this card even do? Give 4 random minions in your hand plus 4/4 plus 2. Okay. Let's hope. Yeah, and we're crossing our fingers right now that can actually hit. Anyways, as we're getting into this game, queuing against Death Knight Zerg deck, I hope y'all have a beverage. Let's just start off with that. Again, as I always say, consuming content, making content, just living your life, honestly, you need a beverage. Maybe not what I'm drinking right now, seeing that I'm drinking an ass cold brewski, but a nice ice cold brewski never hurt nobody, you know what I'm saying? That might also be like the minor alcoholic in me talk, but hey, if we ignore that fact, you know what I'm saying? I love beer. Beer is so good. Beer is good for you. Why this land on... So, wait, this is... Already it's the +1/+1, so this is the +4/+4, the +1/+1, this is the +2/+2, something like that? Right, 4, 1, yeah. So this was 3, 4, 2, 1. Yuck. Alright, that was probably the wrong choice into actually doing that trade, seeing that now I'm gonna overdraw like 6 cards, but I'm an idiot. And it's a problem for future me. Me being an idiot's nothing new to the channel, I'll be honest. Also, even though I'm drinking a nice ice cold brewsk, I'm definitely not necessarily in the most sober state of mind. Not to make that as an excuse or anything, but your boy may or may have been drinking since I started work today, and yeah, that's fine. Taunt, Valkyrie, if this says 5, I'm gonna text him a copy of it. Well, 5 attack is hard to hit on this minion, but I can do... I'm doing this into this anyways this turn. Don't know if I survive necessarily 2 more turns, but... Been wrong. I don't know, right, because this is 1, 1, 1, 1 plus 4, so that's 6 on each of these plus those. I think I'm still dead either way. I'm not 100% sure. Do these deal damage to face as well, or are these just minions? Those are just minions. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm beyond dead, right? Like, folks there, take 10, yeah. Unfortunate. Oh well. I still don't comprehend necessarily how this deck wins. I'll be honest, I'm going into this kind of completely blind when it comes to this style of deck, or coming to this deck in particular. I've played Handbuff in the past, but I don't know how someone has managed to hit Legend with this deck in this expansion so far, but hopefully by the end of the video we'll figure it out, and if we don't, hey, you guys can make fun of me in the comments, you know? It is what it is. Anyways, with that being said, let's skip the next one. Alright, Shaman. I feel like I want to keep Grimestreet Enforcer, just in general. It's a play on 3. Let's keep this. Play this on 1. This on 2, this on 3. And this is big shaman. This is absolutely big shaman, and we are absolutely fucking dick down raw, but... hey. I am going... Alright, I'm gonna say this right now, so I can force myself into doing it for tomorrow's video. Just because I saw a shaman. I want to play a meteorite elemental based shaman list. I might end up playing a standard list. I won't try to bullshit anything. I'm not one to bullshit you guys, but there is a pretty high likelihood I end up playing a standard based meteorite shaman burn based deck. Just because I want to play meteorites. I think meteorites are such a cool... I don't necessarily want to say concept, because like the idea of burn and mill, like that type of strat has been in the game for a while. Even though it's not quite the same, but it's like mill burn, if that makes sense. It's a mixture between the two. And I like mill decks. Mill decks are like, again, they're... I have currently built 3 EDH decks, all built around mill. Just because I enjoy that archetype. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gonna keep this alive. It's fine. You my guy? I'll take it, I guess. As much as I don't want to trade this in. This is correct. Or else he just steals my Acolyte of Pain, right? So, it's probably correct. But yeah, I love Mill as an archetype in general. It is one of my preferred win cons, if that makes sense. To be fair, I feel like that makes sense to maybe 1 or 2% of the people that watch my videos. They don't typically know me for the person that likes to play Mill, because I very, very rarely play that in Hearthstone. That's also because I think the Hearthstone Mill variety of deck is bullshit. I fucking loathe it. I like the classic Mill of your opponents trying to play the game, and you're like, ha, 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 fuck you. And that's the archetype of Mill I like. And you don't really have that in Hearthstone, as sad as that is. RIP to the Mill archetype in general. Well, I don't think we beat this. I'll be honest, guys. Don't think we beat this. What? Trade, poke. Go face for 10. I have 8 mana, right? So this is like Mutual Glug for turn? What the fuck is this bullshit? Come on, cut. What is this bullshit? This right here is some fucking big ass bullshit. Maybe I should have hero powered first, but doesn't this turn into the upgraded versions? No? Sure, let's take tap. I mean, tap is the single strongest base hero power in the game, right? I think I lose the game no matter what I do, fuck. I should have hero powered first, but hey. If I would have drawn Timeless Blessing, it would have been a different story of if I should have hero powered first or not. But yeah, no, getting back to it, I'm going to try to ignore the game that's currently going on so this way I can actually finish my thought, but I like Mill, especially when it comes to Magic. I'll be honest, my single favorite commander deck I think I've ever built, or at least one of the top 3, I don't think it's first. I think my first favorite deck of all time I've ever built when it comes to commander, at least for Magic, is Am I dead? I'm dead. The game was fun. Big Shaman's a classic. My favorite deck is my Mogus deck, and if you guys want to go see it, down below I believe is linked to my Mox field. If not, it's linked on my Twitter page. But it's like, you know how you have Death and Taxes? I feel like the operative word, or the operative way to describe my Mogus deck is Pain and Taxes. Where no matter what you do, you're losing something, right? Like, I play cards like Spreading Plague, where if you guys don't know what that does, not the Hearthstone card, the Magic card is, whenever a creature comes to the play, destroy anything that shares a color with it. Or any creature that shares a color with it, right? So if you play a card that is considered all colors, you destroy every other creature on the board. Like, it's absurd. Or like Tainted Ether, or, you know, like effects like that. Like, your playgroup hates you when you play it, and trust me, it gets to the point where I'm playing with my brothers, like, I can play the deck like once. The reason I can play it once is because they know that I love the deck, and they'll tolerate it for one game. Partially because what I'll do is, like, I'll resolve Mogus, right? Which at the start of your opponent's turn, they'll basically take 2 damage, right? Because it's sacrifice a creature, or it'll take 2 damage. They'll pay the 2 life, right? If, like in Hearthstone, if there was a card that said, pay 2 life, or sacrifice a creature at the start of your turn, you typically pay 2 life. Like, it just makes sense. But then I blow up everything else, including their lands, and then they're just not having fun anymore. I'm like, I'm having fun? What are you guys doing not to have fun? And they don't like it. I won't lie, if any deck has ever made me feel like a piece of shit, it's that deck. And I'm actually going to dive into a story about that deck in the next one, where hopefully we'll actually get a win. But hey, let's queue it up and let's continue our conversation. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll see y'all there. All right. Oh my god, my fucking nose is congested. I'm gonna have to blow my nose middle of this game / right now. So I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. I'm gonna look. Alright. Sorry about that. I hate cutting out at the start of a game like that, but it is what it is. So, I was talking about my Mogus deck. Again, my Mogus deck is a deck that I want to fully foil this deck out. Which sounds like a noble thing to do. Like, if it's a deck you like so much, like, it makes sense, right? You'd want to foil everything out. If I'm not mistaken, it's cards like Tainted Ether that have 1 foil printing, which is a 7th edition foil, which is... I'll be honest, it's currently sitting at, according to Moxfield, $140 for a card that's not great, right? When I say not great, it's not great 99.9% of the time, because most people, if you played against them, I've had people, like, okay, I guess I should preface this with a story, where I was playing this deck at one point. I went to a Command Fest in the city I live in. It was hosted by Gamekeeper, I believe. And we sat down and we were playing, like, we queued up a casual pot. This, in my opinion, the deck's more casual. It's definitely not competitive by any stretch of the mean. In my opinion, I do not think it's competitive at all. Right? When I think of competitiveness, I'm thinking about Thoracle. I'm thinking about, like, all these other absurdly powerful combos in Commander. So I'm playing this deck and I'm just like, honestly, I just want to play this deck. The deck may or may not play 11 board wipes. Or at least at the time it did. It was playing 11 or 12 board wipes. Like 4 or 5 pieces of spot removal. And then cards like Tainted Ether. And I like had an opening hand of like Land Soul Ring, Land Tainted Ether, Mogus. It just so happened that I queued into a whole bunch of token decks. And I don't think I can say what I was called in that game. But for all those who know the Magic community in general, am I just, if I'm just dead, I'm just dead, but... Right, like, I play in this deck, I play Tainted Ether, I play Spreading Plague, I play Lethal Vapors, I play Season of the Witch, I play any of the realistically imaginable toxic cards I play in the deck. It's kind of how it is. Like, I play Stronghold, I play Repercussion, Blasphemous Act, and I did queue some token decks. And it was definitely the token decks that were bitching about what I was trying to do. And hey, in my opinion, it is what it is type shit, but it's definitely not the most nice deck to play against. At least, nice is in the regards of a fair game of Magic and not a tilting game of Magic. But it's my baby when it comes to Magic decks. Like, when I was playing it, I was like playing like Smoke. I don't know if most people even know what Smoke does as a card, but it's creatures don't untap during your untap phase. Like, basically it's just, I think it's you can untap one creature during untap phase. In terms of when you play its token decks that attack the whole table for like, you know, like each player's taking 4 from 4 different 1/1s, and then you play Smoke and their shit doesn't untap, they get real upset. Turns out they get real upset. But I don't know what sparked me into this idea of liking Mill. It started with I like Mill to I also have fun playing decks that torture my opponents. So, to be fair, again, I also have Garuda built, and I noticed that there's a new clone effect that's getting printed, which is more clones. I feel like this whole video is just me rambling about random bullshit in Magic and not anything about Hearthstone. So, we still have a little bit of time, so maybe we can keep the next one actually get a win and not just die, you know, on turn 4 to some fucking bullshit druid combo or whatever. But I feel like I've been dying out like 5 or 6 every single game this video. So, with that being said, let's queue up the next one and hopefully actually get a win. Where if we're playing against a slightly slower deck, you know? That would be the dream, right? So, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, let's queue up the next one. Alright. Another shaman. So hold up, real quick. What did we lose to so far in today's video? I'm gonna talk about something that's not Magic because I feel like there's a lot of red on my deck tracker. But we lost to Zerg Hunter on turn like 8 or 9. The only reason I know it's that late is I remember him playing the Hero Portrait, which has 7 drop. So it's probably 8. I'm not gonna play the Sun Curve. It's really bad here. Then we lost to Big Shaman. Then we lost to Combo Druid that wrapped me by 2 and I had 6 mana. So turn 4. Which is, I mean, it's so crazy to me that Wild is as fast as it is. But please, I don't want to say I'm gonna beg to fucking Blizzard to fix Wild. I understand it's not necessarily the format they want to put the most amount of thought and whatnot into. Nature of the format, right? You don't necessarily want to put in that much energy and that much money into fixing a format that, what, maybe 5-6% of the players play, right? In my opinion, if I had to guess right now for Hearthstone, 5 or 6% of the players play Wild, 5 or 6% of the players play Arena, 10-15% play Standard, and the rest play I was gonna say Commander, but Battlegrounds, right? So you don't really want to put money into one of those formats that have the fewest amount of players. But like, hear me out. I think they should listen to their community, right? And I know I'm such a small voice in the overall Wild community. I won't deny it, and I won't even pretend to say like, oh no, I'm bigger than the Wild community. No, I'm absolutely fucking not. Right? As big as I think I am, or as big as I want to be, I'm a fraction of the size. And I think that they should really listen to their Wild community instead of hiring a new team. Right? They should get all the people they see that make content with some amount of an audience and talk to them. Like, if Blizzard emailed me or messaged me tomorrow, like, you know, on whatever, they should be like, yo, we want to try and make a wild and more entertaining and more fun format for you to play. What would you recommend? I have a whole bunch of thoughts about how I would personally fix wild, but I also think that overall it would probably be worse for the game if I was the one making decisions. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I know that a lot of the people that watch my content would be in favor for let's destroy aggro. Let's fist them so fucking hard in the ass. Let's take Druid and fuck them raw. Let's make Rogue a deleted class. Like, right? Like, I feel there's some amount of people that would agree with me. Where, like, that's what they would want to see. Don't get me wrong. Do I think overall that's healthy for the game? No. But at the same time, I think if you talk to, you know, your high legend players, your content creators that enjoy playing the game to have fun, that want to try to complete all the achievements, that want to, you know, just play the game for playing the game type shit, it would make sense to listen to those people for what should we do to the game to make the game more enjoyable for you tomorrow. Again, I could be completely wrong. I would like to know if you guys would think differently than giving some amount of power to the community. That's 6 mana for all my charge minions. We got there, boys. We actually won a fucking game. That's kind of surprising. But yeah, I would really, really like to see Blizzard give their community a choice. Again, I would personally rather I was not in, like, the people they would ask. Just because I know that for the majority of players, my thoughts are very, very extreme or not extreme enough. Or honestly, way too extreme. I feel like I don't have like a middle ground with any real big part of the community. And it is what it is, but I feel like I'm a very, very, very polarizing figure. And I think personally there's like 5 or 6 cards I would like absolutely fucking demolish. Void Touch Apprentice up to like 7 mana. Just because I hate that card so much. Kingsbane up to like 80 mana. Like actually so high that you can never realistically cast the card. Like that's how much I hate Kingsbane, right? But at the same time, I don't think that would also be good for the game. So maybe Blizzard is doing it correctly, but I would still like to see a little bit more, at least for Wild, a little bit more community input into what they do. And maybe, like, you know, once an expansion or twice an expansion, like once a month after the set gets released, once after the mini set gets released. Like, just like kind of a reset where you look at all these cards, and you either unnerf a whole bunch of cards, or you buff a whole bunch of cards. And to be fair, I think buffing a whole bunch of cards would be the way to go. I hate the idea of nerfing a card, but, you know, or like in the mini set, right? Like you see like X, Y, and Z archetype are super good post-set release. Well, in the mini set, you take other archetypes that you've wanted to push in the past, or you try to push in the main set, and they never really saw the light of day, and you'd be like, alright, well, let's just pin them some fucking super crack shit, so they can actually compete, you know? Again, I feel like right now I'm rambling like a fucking psychotic madman, but hey, it is what it is, right? Anyways, we have some packs to open, so let's crack those open real quick. And honestly, I'd like to know what your guys' opinion is on basically everything I talked about today. From playing super toxic decks in a casual format, to playing, to like, the way that they should do buffs and nerfs to the format you guys play. Right? Because I hate feeling like I'm in an echo chamber where people just agree with me. Because I won't deny it, right? Like in my local, again, I'm gonna go back to Magic for this, but in my local playgroup for Magic, I feel like I'm kind of in an echo chamber where if I throw some wild fucking idea out there, a lot of people just agree with me just because they either don't know how to argue or they feel like it's not worth their time to argue. But I also acknowledge the fact that my ideas are very, very polarizing. So I would really, really like, and I feel like this is honestly how a lot of people that make commentaries on games should feel. But it's like, I want to know what your guys' opinion is. And it's something I always want, right? I never want to feel like I'm in an echo chamber where I say something and everybody agrees with me, right? Because most of the comments I get, again, not hating on anybody who does that, because, again, I appreciate all the comments, I appreciate all the feedback. And, look, I love the fact that people are willing to watch my videos. I feel like I'm a fucking delusional fucking guy who just drinks a shitload and talks into a mic, and some people are willing to listen, and I'm very, very grateful for that, but I want to hear the opinions on people on the other side of the fence from me. I never want to feel like I'm in an echo chamber, right? I won't deny it. I see some wild fucking shit, and I'll see people agreeing with them. Like, I'm glad people are agreeing with me, but also I have a feeling like, right? Say a video I make gets 500 views. Right? I'll get like 2-3 comments that are agreeing with me. But I never get, out of those 500 people, there's probably like maybe 10 people that agree with me. And I'll be honest, like probably like the rest of the people don't agree with me. And I would love to hear also from the people that disagree with me. So if you guys have ever noticed something you don't agree with me with, please tell me. Because I want to have the conversation. Because I feel like it gets us both better and gets the whole community better in general at the game. And gets the whole community better at just understanding other people's point of view without hating. Because, again, I won't deny it. I also say some really fuck shit when I record. Hating on people and hating on certain decks or whatever. Look. One, their words, two, I do it partially for entertainment. There's like 1 or 2 decks in my mind that I can think of that I hate on that I genuinely feel like, fuck this deck, let's banish the Shadow Realm. Cough, cough, Kingsbane, cough, cough. But if you like Kingsbane and you have reasons as to why you like it, leave them down below, because I would love to hear why people like that deck. Because it's a deck that I've personally never really enjoyed, except for in the very, very, very early stages of it, when it was a Cold Light Oracle mill deck. Right? Where I have a feeling, maybe 4 or 5 people that watch my content actually remember the time where Kingsbane was a Cold Light Oracle mill deck. Right? Like, that was a long time. That was when the card got launched in Kobolds. Right? So, hey. Again, I guess this whole video comes down to me wanting to have everybody's opinion, not just people that agree with me, not just people that disagree with me, but people that agree with me on certain points and people that disagree with me on other points, Yeah. I feel like this video was just a rant from me, and I have no idea what the fuck to title it. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed me ranting about random bullshit and talking about random garbage for 40 minutes almost at this point. I don't know, 35 minutes at this point, but hey. yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, and you guys like more of these videos of me just rambling and ranting about random bullshit, again, also please leave that down below. And I hope a lot of people have watched to the end. And if you guys did, comment something random down below. Like, I don't know, comment about the fact you love the fact of there being, I don't fucking know, a dinosaur flashing his fucking cock at the end of the video. Like, if you guys comment that, or something of similar variety, or whatever, something completely out of the ordinary, like, some wild shit that no motherfucker would ever think about. If you comment down below, I know you at least watched this far, but I'd also really like to know you guys' opinion on the majority of what I said. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I also won't lie, I was pretty drunk since the start of this video, but let's ignore that fact. Anyways, hope y'all had your drinks. I hope you guys did not drink as much as I did before you guys started work, but hey. Anyways, I'm gonna end off here. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all on the next time. Peace.